Is Dain putting together
Dainja.
a Conference Player of the Year campaign? And is he doing enough? Since he was inserted in the starting lineup, my guy has been absolutely unstoppable. I mean, he's made the preseason Conference Player of the Year look like a JV high school player twice. I don't even know what Yaxel had yesterday. I think Yaxel had more fouls than he had made baskets, maybe.
I don't.
Outside of free throws, Yaxel had 4 made field goals and he had 4 fouls.
See, here's the thing is I think Dain's been great, but it's more as of late. And it hasn't been very consistent throughout the season, right? If you look at, not that I'm making a case for Yaxel to win it, but Yaxel has looked incredible in every game he's played, essentially, except when he plays Memphis. So like we're kind of his kryptonite.
Okay,
I don't know his
stats
I'll tell you this. Head, but
Dain has had 14 or more points in all but 4 conference games. So 12 out of 16 so far. One of those was 10. So he scored in double figures in all but 3 conference games. He had 3 points against Wichita at home, where he only took 2 shots. I don't know what the heck happened there. Played 28 minutes, only took 2 shots. 6 points against Rice at Rice, was 3 of 6 from the field. And then he only had 4. What happens when he plays Wichita State? 2 of his 3 games not making double figures were against Wichita. He averages 3.5 points against Wichita.
Well, here's the counter.
Only taken 7 total shots.
Is Yaxel's lowest points total in conference games looks to be 9. That's versus Tulsa. But other than that, he's at a 12, a 25, a 22, an 11, a 24, 18, 28, 22, 17, 22, 21, 21, 13, 11, 10. And then not to mention it's double-digit boards in all but 3 games. So it seems hard for me to rationalize Dain over Yaxel. Because Yaxel does do very similar to Dain, does a lot and fills the stat sheet up for a big guy.
You're not going PJ?
Well, that's what I'm saying, but this is all a moot conversation because it should be PJ Haggerty.
I think it.
I don't know how you make an argument over him.
Yeah, I think it will. I think it will be PJ. But I'm just saying, Dain's put on a hell of a show, and he's thrown his name in the hat for sure.
Yeah, I don't know how it works. I don't know if they have rankings or placements. Like this guy PJ wins first, but honorable mention is Yaxel and Dain. Like I can totally see Dain taking over Mashburn, just with Mashburn being out for a bit. I can see Dain getting those votes now.
Yeah.
Which how sick to have 2 players on Conference Player of the Year.
That would be wild. And the finishing, I don't know if they release like a top 3. I think they just go out to whoever it is. But is a transfer eligible for the newcomer of the year? Isn't there a newcomer?
That's a good question. I believe so. I don't know what else newcomer would be if you can't be.
Or am I just thinking of freshman of the year?
That's what I'm saying. If there's a newcomer of the year, but you can't include a transfer, that just sounds like the freshman of the year,
Yeah.
In conference play, PJ Haggerty averaging 16 points. Are these totals? No. Why are some of the stats are totals and some are so? This is confusing. Some of them, for some reason, are averages and some are totals. So disregard where I was going with that. But
what are you looking at there?
Here we go. I can't read. 20.8 points a game. There's both. The top line is totals. The second line is averages. 20 and 5 rebounds and 4 assists and 2 steals. It should be PJ Haggerty without question.
It should be with a very bad. I mean, it should be PJ 1, 1A, Dain Dainja. 2, Mashburn. 4, Yaxel.
I would be very curious if Mashburn was able to stay healthy and play those games, if he would get more of a mention, because he has been very good. I mean, he has been.
He definitely would. He was leading the conference in scoring. I think for sure his name would be up there. But you got, it would be a crime not to play to PJ, who's arguably better, and he's on a much better team. Who's going to?
You can't play 10 conference games and win it all.
Yeah, there's got to be some kind of must play in 90%, 85%. I don't know.
Yeah, he was on a heater though. 24 points a game.
Yeah, he was going nuts. He was scoring quite a bit. He sure was.
Yeah. Whatever, nerd.
Well, too bad we don't get a vote. You know where those votes would go. We'll have to see. Is that announced before the conference tournament or after? I guess it would be after.
After, right?
I don't know. We'll have to keep an eye on that.